Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. I'm Leonard, this time with a Warframe video. Yes, I did not give up on Warframe. I said before, I'm still doing Warframe videos. I just don't have of course don't have a lot of content to do right now. But one thing happened. In a previous Nightwave mission, I had to kill 1,000 enemies on Steel Path. Now, if you know me, I don't like to do Steel Path. I think it's just boring. It's just the game all over again. There's no diversity in enemies, not even new maybe ships or maybe sets. Everything looks the same. There's not even a new coat of paint on anything. So I look at it and I'm like, it's the same thing. No, no, thank you. And I usually just do Steel Path when I can use Limbo, when I can just ease over it with maybe doing a rescue mission or spy mission or mobile defense, something like that. This case, I can do that. I had to kill 1,000 enemies. And I only saw this, I think it was on Friday or Saturday, so I only had 2 days to do that number. And since I don't usually play Steel Path, I don't know how to kill enemies a lot fast. Now, everybody uses the meta, which is melee, and I said, okay, I'm gonna use melee like everybody else. But the problem is that I don't like to be pressing O. I play on PlayStation 4, so it's the O, the circle button I have to press a lot of times to do a lot of killing. I said, this is gonna be boring enough. I'm gonna be in a submission like 1 hour or something just to get this. So, what did I do? I decided that I don't want to do this. I want to do this quick and easy. I remembered that when I did bounties, daily bounties, when I had to do an extermination mission, I took Ash because his Bladestorm actually decimated everything. So I said, okay, I'm gonna see what I can do with Ash. So I took Ash and into one of these missions, and I built his Bladestorm up to max. I gave him a little bit of survivability because this is Steel Path. And, he was doing pretty good. He wasn't doing that bad. He was decimating, but he was still taking a little bit of time to do it. And then there was enemies that got into the set of the tile, and they were doing life leech, or they were doing energy leech, and I couldn't kill him fast enough, and I was so I was trying to build up his crit his counter, and then still trying to kill him, and I was like, there's gotta be a better way. I mean, I'm sure there's a better way for this. So I went to the helmet system. The helmet system, of course, has a lot of abilities that you can use. The first one I remembered was I'm going to use Roar. Okay, Roar essentially builds up, increases your damage. So I'm going to use that and see how it goes. But I quickly realized that Roar is now capped. I think it's at 68%. I might be wrong, but all I see is 60%, and I tried to boost it up a little bit more, and it couldn't go any higher. And I was like, 68 is not a lot. So I went to the helmet system and I look at other abilities. But I didn't just look at the abilities. I look at the abilities and the augment for those abilities. Because as you know, Bladestorm essentially is finishers. Is all Ashes do is doing finishers. So I decided, well, I want to see what I can do with just finishers. Now Excalibur is a radiant finish, which, if it blinds enemies and then kills them, it does more damage. I think it's 200% more finish damage or something like that. I was like, oh, this sounds cool, but since I'm invisible all the time, really, or most of the time, I don't really need to blind them. So I was like, nah, that's not good. So went and found Silence. Banshee's Silence. Now, Silence doesn't really do anything except maybe stun the enemies a little bit, and you can do a little bit more damage if they're stunned, but it doesn't really build the damage that high unless you use its augment. The augment for Silence is a 300 increased damage on finishers. And once you combine that with Bladestorm, well, you got some pretty amazing stuff. You can max this all the way up, but then you gotta realize that this is going to expend a lot of your energy. And I'm not a guy that usually puts a lot of forma on something, so I build it with a really good strength, but I also wanted a little bit of range and efficiency, so I can just spam this over and over again without having to do this a lot. So I had to give it a little bit of duration so that silence stay up longer, so I don't have to be casting silence all over the time. But yeah, it's an amazing build. I don't know if anybody already saw it. Probably somebody already figured this out, but I was amazed to see just how well this worked. Also, you have to make way for the Rising Storm, which is the augment that you have to use with the Bladestorm, so the combo card keeps counting up, and the Savage Silence for Banshee Silence that you're going to infuse on the Ash. But yeah, I was amazed just to see how well this worked, and it worked really, really well. This build one-shots enemies at 165, level 165. So, yeah, it's pretty cool. And that's why I'm sharing with you. If you're like me and you don't want to spend a lot of form, or maybe just going to ease through Steel Path, yeah, you can use this. This kind of trivializes Steel Path in a way. I hope it doesn't, but I'm having a lot of fun with this. So, if you have fun with it, great. I hope it helps you. And if it does, please like and subscribe. And as always, have a great game, guys.
Dreamers, I have for you a tale of triumph over adversity. Of one person acting true to their truest self.
Your will was greater. This is good.